Dan.
Andy, these pancakes are great. What's the matter?
Obviously, you haven't seen the banner this morning.
Well, they started a war and nobody came?
Sort of. There's a little bit of fireworks in the society page.
Well, I don't read that gossip. Most of that stuff's just a bunch of lies anyway. This is impossible.
Dan, it's the banner. It's not the National Intruder. They're not going to print anything unless it's true.
Andy, this can't be true. My God, what's happened to Brenda?
You know, Roger, I'm so glad that we found the time to have this little tete-a-tete because, well, I was hoping to talk to you.
Well, we talked yesterday at campaign headquarters.
Oh, that was at headquarters. Those were the dry details of the campaign. But this morning, here in more pleasant surroundings, I was just hoping that probably Oh, everything's just fine, thank you.
Mr. Gordon has a call at the desk. Mr. Halliday?
Oh, Halliday's a potential contributor to Herb's campaign. I better take it. You will excuse me, won't you?
Suppose I don't have any choice.
Thank you.
Morning, Dorian.
Michael? Well, I thought the Landview Grand was your turf.
Is that why you chose the Waterside Inn for your little breakfast with Roger?
And just what is that supposed to mean?
I've discovered something about dear, sweet Roger.
Jake?
Hey, is that you?
Who else would it be? I thought you'd have packed and be gone by now.
I will as soon as I've had a shower. You don't mind, do you?
Would it matter if I minded?
Just let me finish washing my ears and my hair, and I'll be out of your life for good.
Yeah, well, the sooner the better. Now what? Not the realtor again. I've already signed your contract, Mrs. O'Grady. What do you want? Viki.
Hi, darling.
Hi.
So this is your new home. Why did you keep it such a deep, dark secret that you bought it?
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one life to live.
One Life to Live, brought to you by the makers of Chef Boyardee Hamburger Italiano.
We've been at it all night, and we'll stay at it all day if that's how you want it, Eddie. But sooner or later, you are going to tell us about Michael Grand's involvement in the hit and run.
Blackmailing my wife.
Michael Grand. Well, the name's familiar, but I can't quite place it.
Too late, Eddie. You already named Michael Grand when we arrested you yesterday. So why don't you just stop pretending and tell us what you know?
Oh, yeah. Now I remember. Michael Grand, yeah. He and I played polo together every Saturday.
Listen to me, creep. You broke into my house. You threatened my wife. You turned our whole lives upside down. Now, you're going to start answering questions if I have to pull them out of your throat one at a time.
Bo, let him go.
It's not me. I'm not the one.
You're the only one we got. Now, unless you want to get wiped up with a wet mop off this floor, you better start naming names. Starting with Michael Grand.
You're not asking me to talk. You're asking me to commit suicide! I'm not saying another word! Unless I've got protection. Guaranteed police protection.
You want a guarantee? I'll guarantee you're not leaving here with a tooth in your head unless
That's
you
enough,
open
Bo,
up.
that's enough. Hey, come on.
This guy is the key to solving this whole thing. Rafe, he's just clamming up. I gotta make him talk.
Control yourself and let me handle this, all right? You shouldn't even be in here. So just back off.
Okay, I get it.
And what is this, huh? Good cop, bad cop? It ain't gonna work.
There's only one cop in this room, Eddie. And believe me, I can be the parish priest or your worst nightmare. You decide.
Look, Captain America.
Yeah,
I already
already heard you, hot shot. You want protection. All right, you got it.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, but first I want proof. I need concrete proof, Eddie, that Michael Grand was behind the blackmail threats against Sarah Buchanan.
The strangest thing happened yesterday, Dorian. I was heading into my office, and guess who was there ahead of me, going through my files?
No, I can't believe that Roger would
Well,
do
he wasn't
it.
looking for peanut butter. In any case, I backed out of the room before he saw me.
And you let him go through your files?
Well, there's nothing there to damage Herb's campaign, but the point is, Roger can't be trusted.
I just can't believe that he's some kind of a spy.
Why not? Obviously, that defection from Viki's camp was just a ruse.
Well, of course, I always suspected as much.
Did you?
Oh, yes. You don't actually think I trusted the man.
Well, you've spent an awful lot of time with him lately.
It was just a strategy. If I stayed close to Roger, I could keep a watchful eye on him.
Never let it be said that anyone outsmarted Dorian, right?
All right, Michael, would you just take that smug grin off your face? I may have been a little taken in by Roger, but to be fair, we don't know if he was actually digging for dirt on Herb's campaign.
No, he might have been looking for something else, but there is a way to find out.
You have a plan?
I have a trap, and I need your help to spring it.
Andy, this can't be true. She doesn't love Michael. She was going to move out of Grandeview. And now she wants to marry him? This doesn't make sense. I'm going to find out the truth from Brenda right now.
No, you can't go over there.
Andy, I've got to find out the truth about
Look, you can
this.
find as much out about the truth as you want in here, all right? Don't go over there again, Joe. Only hurt you. I don't want you to do that to yourself.
Andy, look, I appreciate this, but I'm going over there
No,
now.
wait a minute. She has made up her choice. She wants to be the next.
Hey, have you guys read this?
Yeah, I just showed it to Dan.
Todd, do you know what's going on?
No, that's exactly why I came right over here to see you. I mean, the minute I read this, I called Grandeview, but all I got from Brenda was some story about how happy she is. But I know her, and she's always confided in me, and she has never said anything about being in love with Michael Grant.
Well, you know, it was just one of those spur-of-the-moment type things. I saw the loft, I loved it, and just had to have it.
My goodness. I thought you were impulsive, but that's a pretty big purchase, isn't it?
So how did you know that I bought this place?
Oh, I stopped by the studio this morning looking for you, and Robin told me where you were.
Oh.
This is, well, it's this, interesting space.
Yes, more interesting than you'll ever know.
Know what?
Nothing. You know, I would love to give you a grand tour of this place, but I
Do you
really
know your shower is running?
Yes, I do. Oh. I went out to get something to eat, and then I decided, well, I was about to get into the shower when you knocked on the door. You know what? Maybe we could talk a little later.
Actually, this can't wait, if you don't mind. You go ahead and get in the shower. I'll just yell at you through the door.
No, no. I mean, your hair looks so nice, the steam would ruin it. Why don't you wait here? I will go turn the shower off, and I'll be right back. Jake.
Yeah. Okay, you talked me into it. Come on in, I'll let you wash my back.
Just shut up and turn off the shower.
But I'm not done washing my hair.
Jake, I'm gonna rip your hair out if my mother finds out that you're here.
Your mother?
Yes.
Megan, are you all right in there?
Yes, I'm fine. I'll be right out.
Tell you what, it's kind of steamy in here. Why don't you come on and reach in here and do it yourself? You know? What, you afraid of a little steam?
Jake, please.
Okay, hold on.
Thank
How about
you.
handing me a towel? Ow.
You can get your towel yourself after I've gone. I'm sorry that took so long.
Honey, I hate to pry, but do you have a roommate?
A roommate? No. Oh, how funny. You saw the pants and then you thought, no, they belong to the painter.
The painter?
Yeah. Well, the painters came very early this morning, and one of them spilled his coffee on his pants, and so he probably wore his overalls to the store, but they should be back any minute.
Honey, They're perfectly dry, and I don't really see any stains.
Well, it was decaffeinated coffee.
I beg your pardon?
Didn't you say you had something, like, really important to tell me?
Well, yes. It's kind of serious. Honey, I'm very worried about your father.
Worried about my father?
Yes.
After everything he's done to you? I mean, quitting your campaign and publicly embarrassing you?
I'm certainly not excusing what he did. But I think I have come to understand certain things.
What things?
Oh, gosh. Listen, first and foremost, whatever problems I have with your father, they must not become your problems, Megan. All right? Whatever he did, he probably had a real good reason for doing it. And I'm not saying I forgive him. I'm just saying that in time I may very well come to accept it.
Accept it?
Yes.
I don't believe you're saying this. It's almost like you're sympathizing.
Well, I wouldn't go quite that far. Honey, whatever my dealings with your father are, you really have to give him the benefit of the doubt. What's that?
I probably left the radio on.
In the shower?
You know, these new electronic gizmo type things. Look, I'll tell you what, I'm going to make a really big effort to, you know, see it from Dad's point of view. How's that?
That's a start. Thank you.
Great. And now I don't want to keep you. I'm sure you have a million things to do.
Actually, I have nothing at all to do.
Oh.
I'm not even due at the headquarters for another hour. And we haven't seen each other in ages. We have so much catching up to do. So, this is your new home.
Yeah.
What else is new?
Well, nothing much. Except work. You know, well, I'm doing some pre-tapes today. In fact, look at the time. I really should get going.
Darling, you're trying to get rid of me.
No, that's so silly. No, I'm really concerned. People are depending on me.
Okay. Listen, when your schedule is not so hectic, call me, okay?
Okay, I'll do that. I'll call you at the headquarters. Thank you for coming by.
Bye-bye, darling.
Bye.
I love your home.
Great. Yeah. Jake! It's all clear. You can come out now. Jake?
I heard you. So I guess, it's time to say goodbye.
Michael, I am sorry, but you're asking the wrong person to do this.
No, I am telling you that no one else is right for the job. If I offer information to Roger, he'll never take the bait. You, he'll trust.
Oh, not if he's working for the other side, as you say.
Well, if he is, you want to expose him, or do you enjoy being used?
Well, since you put it that way.
Good. So, you just need one more bit of information, the location, which is Pier 32, the warehouse.
Well, I just think I've lined up a brand new contributor. Michael,
Roger.
I didn't know you were joining us.
Actually, I'm not. I came over here for a business meeting this morning and ran into Dorian. Listen, that's good news about the contributor. You keep up the good work.
Thanks, I'll do my best.
Always a pleasure, Dorian.
Well, Halliday said he was ready to write us a blank check on one condition. Dorian, is something wrong?
Yes, Roger, very wrong. The reason that I wanted to meet with you this morning is because I have some terribly disturbing news.
She has these feelings for Michael, and she doesn't even tell her own family. That's not Brenda.
Well, who is Brenda? She changes her mind every time the wind shifts.
She's got a point, Ty. First, she tells me that she wants to move out of Grandeview. I go to help her out, then she changes her mind. Yesterday, I got a message that she wanted to move out again. But she decided to stay.
I rest my case.
Oh, come on, you guys. All right, maybe you can accept this, but I...
Hey, Ty, where are you going?
I'm going to Grandeview. I want to hear these wedding plans from Brenda, face to face.
Well, why don't you follow him?
I just wish I could make sense of all this, that's all.
Look, you can't by staring at that paper, okay? You've seen the bad news. Why don't we do something wonderful? Why don't we go to a movie or get something to eat? My treat.
Look, I appreciate that, but I've got to go cover for somebody else.
No, well, what about after your rounds?
Look, Andy, you're great, okay? I just need to be by myself. With me and my work, and maybe I'll get over Brenda. Take care.
Just what would you say if I told you that most of the contributions to Herb's campaign don't translate into advertising, salaries, and basic expenses?
Well, I would say that something's rotten in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. What happens to the money?
What happens to your shirts when you send them out?
It gets laundered.
Bingo. And this morning, a delivery is arriving. A suitcase full of cash is to be dropped at a warehouse in the Riverfront district. And in that suitcase is a computer printout that reveals the source of that cash.
How did you learn about this information?
Roger, I thought you trusted me.
Well, of course I trust you. I just wondered how you uncovered the scam.
Well, I'm sorry, but I can't reveal my sources. I just don't want anyone to get hurt, especially me.
Tell me more about this so-called drop.
Only if you promise to keep it a secret. Because if Viki's camp hears about the illegal funds, well, we can forget about Herb becoming the next mayor.
Believe me, I'm very aware of the consequences for Herb.
Well, I am so glad, because I have kept this bottled up inside of me for so long, afraid to be candid with anyone about it.
Well, you can relax now. Just tell me about the warehouse.
If you promise not to go there until we figure out what to do about this.
Dorian, all right. I promise I won't make a move until I tell you first. But right now, I want to know everything you know.
It opens.
It's a diamond. It's beautiful. But,
What? Now, I know your head is still spinning, Brenda, but you haven't forgotten that we're getting married. We're engaged, and we are going to be very, very happy. It's perfect.
yes, it seems so. It is so beautiful. But,
Oh, don't fight it, Brenda. You are deliriously happy. You have your son. You have a home. You have a man who is completely devoted to you. What more? What more could you possibly want?
yes. What more could I want? I am so happy.
Are you, Brad? Is this really what you want?
Well, it'll just take a few minutes for the muffins and the coffee to warm up. I hope you don't mind it black. I forgot to ask for milk.
I'll overlook it if you don't mind me dressing down for breakfast. There wasn't much to wear in the bathroom.
No, I think you look great. I mean, I think that you look better. I think you look like you feel better.
Yeah, well, I do, thanks to you.
Well, all I did was give you a place to crash, you know.
Come on, you did more than that. Besides finding me in that alley like you did, you brought me back here, you cleaned me up, took care of my wounds, let me sleep. I just want to thank you.
Oh.
No, nothing, Megan. Breakfast is ready.
Breakfast is ready. Right. Okay. Cup of Java.
Thank you.
And a delicious bran muffin. What we do without microwaves.
Yep. If you can't nuke it, don't eat it. That's what my philosophy is.
You know, I was thinking I could go out and I don't know, get some real food. I could get some cheese and wine and maybe some French bread and some fruit, and then maybe we could,
Well, we could what?
we could maybe... Nothing. I mean, you can eat that muffin and we're gonna have to throw it out the window for the cats.
Nope. Cats don't need their bran, I do. What's wrong with yours? It's good. Come on.
Yeah, well, I kind of lost my appetite.
Oh. Well, I'll tell you what, it's a good thing I'm getting out of here today because this is a great place, but it's a lousy hideout. What with your mother and everybody else stopping by all the time, anytime they think they want to, you know?
Oh, well, sorry to inconvenience you. At least when they show up, they have some clothes on.
What, is this some kind of acting exercise or what? I mean, 1 minute you're angry with me, the next minute you're not, you're giving me the stuff.
Okay, excuse me, but this is my apartment, and I think that you should abide by my rules.
What rules are those?
Well, I don't think that you should be parading around here half nude and half unnude.
Does that really bother you?
No, it doesn't bother me. I'm not bothered by it. I just think that a little propriety is in order here, and I don't think you should be walking around with a towel on.
Oh, I completely understand. I understand what you're talking about. It's the towel that's bothering you, right?
Well, I just...
Here.
No, I mean, I didn't...
Is that better?
Well, I suppose you're doing this just to prove a point, right?
Is there any butter? I love butter on my muffins. You want me to butter
well,
your
at least you like something on something. Here, put these on.
You know, I knew I put these someplace. I just couldn't remember where.
Yeah, well, you're always misplacing something, right? Like your identity.
Megan, I told you
Yes,
about
I know. You told me the truth. You are a detective. I still don't know what this whole case is about.
Well, maybe someday I'll be able to tell you.
Yes, when the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter is aligned with Mars. And in the meantime, you're still going to be Mr. Jake, the mystery man.
But I wish things could be different, but they can't.
But they're not, and so that's the way things are, and no big deal, right? I mean, if you want to continue on with this case and continue to get yourself beaten up and maybe even shot, well, that's your prerogative. I mean, I have better things to do in my life than to worry about you.
Come on, Megan.
No, I'm
it's
serious.
not-
I have 20 pages of dialogue to memorize today, and I promised Viki that I would call my father. So, I think I'm just going to grab a quarter out of my purse here and go down to the phone booth and give him a call.
Why bother? I mean, your phone is working. I checked it before. It's got a dial tone. I guess the phone company forgot to turn it off, that is.
Oh. Well, thank you for the information.
No problem. Don't mind me. I'm just getting dressed.
Yes, hello, this is Megan Gordon. I was told that my father, Roger Gordon, was eating breakfast there. Could you put him on the phone?
This is Dorian Lord. Who's this?
Dorian, this is Megan. I asked for my father. Why am I talking to you?
Megan, I thought you and Roger weren't on speaking terms.
Look, if he's there, I'd really like to talk to him.
Well, I'm sorry, but you just missed him. We did have a morning meeting, but he was called away on urgent business.
Well, it's really important that I speak to him.
I'll just bet it is.
What is wrong with you?
I have a thing about being used, that's all.
Being used? Who's using you? I just want to know where my father is.
Fine, you want me to tell you? I'll tell you where he is. He's out on a wild goose chase at Pier 32, and it couldn't happen to a nicer man.
Dorian? Hello? Excuse me, hello?
What was that all about?
Well, I wish I knew.
Tyler! You know, I'm glad that Mrs. Verdon sent you up. This has all been so sudden, it has to be a shock to your family. I'm sure that Brenda would like to explain everything herself.
Michael, please. Can I talk to Brenda alone?
Well, I'd say that's up to Brenda.
Michael stays here. He's warm and he's generous.
Wait a second. You're marrying him because you feel grateful?
Oh, gratitude has nothing to do with this, Tyler. Does it, Brenda?
No, nothing.
You see, we met as strangers, then we became friends, and suddenly one day we realized, well, why am I doing all the talking? You tell it, Brenda.
One day we realized that we were meant for each other. Stephen, Michael, and I, a family, and we're so happy.
You're really sure?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I guess I'll accept that. But if you change your mind, I mean for any reason at all, just give me a call and I will be here in a second, okay? Because I love you, Brent, okay?
Love you, Tyler.
Tyler, I'd like to say that I'm very honored to be joining your family. I hope that we'll all be the best of friends.
You better take very good care of her, Michael, because I'm watching for her.
Oh, I will.
I'm sorry about Tyler.
I admire his loyalty.
He seemed suspicious of you.
Yes?
Why?
Well, it's only natural for a brother to be overprotective of his sister. But he has nothing to be afraid of. I only want for you what he wants. Best of everything.
What was I doing in there? That's not mine.
It is now. I had Mrs. Verdon bring it in when he was sleeping. Do you like it?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
It should be. It's one of a kind. From the salon of Giovanni di Firenze.
Oh.
You realize you'll be the envy of every woman in Landview when I take you to lunch today.
We're going out. We're gonna go out of here now.
Yes.
Um,
Everyone in town has read about our engagement in this morning's papers. Why don't we give them an extra treat and present the happy couple in person?
I don't think I'm up for that. The flu or whatever that is, I still feel
Well,
that.
a little sunshine and fresh air will probably do wonders for you. And if you're a little woozy, that's okay, because I'll be right there to help you.
Means that much to you? To be seen with me?
Oh, yes. Means very much to me. You don't mind if I show you off? Hmm? Let me tell you a little secret. Not everybody wants to see me happy. But my enemies will soon regret that they ever crossed me. Particularly one of them.
If I say so myself, you were never lovelier, Brenda.
I feel conspicuous.
Magnificent is more like it.
You hear that, Brenda? Your fiancé approves.
He certainly does. And may I say, Mrs. Verdon, I think Brenda is very fortunate having you adding the extra special touches.
I can't take the credit, sir. She makes it easy.
Yes, she does, doesn't she? You are wonderful, Brenda. Give me your hand. Let's show the good people of Landview their new royal couple.
I'm feeling shaky, Michael.
Of course you are, but as soon as you breathe in the fresh spring air, you'll be fine.
That's what has me upset is that I don't want to go outside. I don't want to see people.
I'm Mrs. Verdon. I believe that our fiancé has a case of cold feet.
Oh, it's only natural, dear.
No, it's not natural. Nothing I'm feeling is natural. Let's not go, okay? Let's just stay here in Grandeview. Come on, please do that, Michael. Please.
Would you mind, Mrs. Brenda?
Of course, sir.
Now, Brenda, I am going to speak to you very firmly for your own good. I cannot emphasize enough to you how important this day is. We have announced our engagement, and it is essential that we appear together in public.
But if everybody knows, why do we have to go out?
Darling, it's not enough just to say it or to print it. We must show everyone in this town how happy we are, so no one will have any doubts.
Happy.
Yes, happy. That's the word you don't want to forget.
Yeah.
We are very, very happy. And we want to share our joy with everyone.
Share our joy.
It's not so hard to remember, is it?
No.
And I'll be here, right by your side, every step of the way, to remind you. We're a couple now, and we want to speak with one voice. And since you're still a little weak, you can even take your cues from me. You just listen to everything I say and remember it. Oh, you can do that, right?
Yes, just as long as you're here. To remind me.
Yes. That's my bride. Oh, Brenda, today is a very, very special day for you. Are you ready to step into it? Hmm?
Yes.
Well, it's a good thing it wasn't a real mugging. I still got my cash. So, I guess I'll be okay. Megan?
Well, it sounds like you have everything you need.
Yeah, I got everything I need. So, I guess I just want to say thanks.
Well, I mean, there's no need for that.
Sure there is. You not only just saved my life back there, brought me back here and patched up my wounds, but you kept quiet about that. I appreciate it.
No big deal.
Yeah. Well, so long.
Bye. Jake, next time, take a safer case. I'm not always going to be around to patch your wounds.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
See you.
You know, I could drop you at the city limits. I mean, I'm going in that direction anyway. I'm going to go look for my father at the water edge.
No need to.
Well, I mean, really, it's not a big problem. I mean, I'm going in that direction anyway. I could drop you off, and then I could head to Pier 32.
Did you say Pier 32?
Yeah, well, before Dorian hang up on me, that's what she said. I could probably find my father, yeah.
No, my God. Come on, we gotta go.
Jake, why? What are you doing?
I'll explain on the way. I'll drive.
Dan, have you finished your rounds?
Yes, I have. Andy, I want to apologize for cutting out on you earlier.
That's okay. Feeling better?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Then let me treat you some lunch. Right this way,
No,
sir.
no. Wait a
Wait,
second.
I thought you said you chilled out.
Yes, I have. But after I got over the fact that Brenda and Michael are engaged, I realized that my first instincts are correct. That this whole thing is just a crock.
Listen, Tyler called from Grandeview earlier, and he said that she seemed to be sincere.
I don't care how sincere Brenda seemed to be. Brenda is independent. She knows her own mind. There's got to be some other explanation for all this.
Well, here's your chance to find out.
Something wrong, Brenda?
Can we go someplace else, Michael?
After that invigorating stroll, I'm famished, aren't you?
No, I'm not hungry. I want to go someplace else. Can we just please
Brenda, just relax. Let's pick a table where everybody in Landview can see the happiest couple.
And did you see her face? You call that happy?
She's probably just nervous about bumping into you.
Why would she come here when she knows that I hang out here?
Well, maybe Michael decided to come here.
Well, I'm sure that he did. But the question is why?
And let's top it off with a bottle of champagne. Hmm?
I don't want any champagne. I want to go home. Do you mind if
Now, Brenda. Aren't you forgetting what I told you at home? Let's repeat what we practiced. All right? You are very, very deliriously
happy.
And?
And you make me happy, Michael.
You can do better than that.
I'm happier than I've ever been.
Perfect.
I'm going over
Hey,
there.
Dan, don't.
Andy, look, I've got to find out what's going on once and for all.
Oh, here comes a friend to wish us well.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can. You'll be perfect.
Oh, no.
Yes. Brenda, I need to speak with you.
Hello, Dan.
What are you doing here?
We came here to celebrate our engagement with everyone.
Michael, I'd like to speak to your fiancée.
Well, I have
in private.
I have no objection, Dan.
No, that's not possible.
Well, darling, I'm just going as far as the bar. I'm just gonna have Andy open a magnum of champagne so we can celebrate with everybody. Hmm? Oh, remember, Dan, you can't kiss her till after the ceremony.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I'm trying to understand how you can agree to marry a man like Michael Graham.
You don't know Michael. You don't know the real Michael.
And you do.
He's kind, and he's considerate, and he's warm, and he...
What is this, Brenda? What is this, a press release?
Didn't you want to try and understand?
Yes, I want to understand how you can throw your life away, including your son's.
He is good for Stephen. Stephen, Michael, and me.
You call this good? You call this good? You call throwing away a chance of hope and happiness good?
Michael is my hope, and Michael is my happiness.
Brenda, are you sure of that?
Michael is my hope, and Michael is my happiness.
God, Brenda, do you love him?
I'm happy. Michael and I, we're going to be happy forever.
I'm sorry, Bo. I know I bent the rules before, but this time I gotta play it by the book.
You just cut a deal with Eddie Thomas. He's gonna give you a formal statement against Michael Grant. Now, Rafe, I've gotta be here for that.
You really want to nail Michael for what he's done to you and Sarah?
What do you think I'm doing here?
That's why you can't be here when Eddie gives his statement. We don't want Michael to have any technicality he can use to avoid a conviction.
Yeah, but what if...
You have my promise, Bo. Once Eddie Thomas sits in that chair and makes a statement, I'll get the warrant and bring Michael Grand downtown personally. But you have to let me do it my way.
Fine. Fine. We'll do it your way. But I'm gonna tell you something, Rafe. If the Lambview Police Department doesn't act on this, I am personally gonna make Michael Grand pay for everything he's done to Sarah.
Captain Gerritsen, there's been a fight in the police holding cell. Your man Eddie Thomas is knifed.
Knifed? Rafe, you gotta get down there.
It's too late. Thomas is dead.
I guess no one's coming to pick up whatever's in that case. Might as well take a look. It's funny, it's not locked.
Don't open that!
Tonight, Balky and Larry are held hostage on Perfect Strangers. Then Mom and Dad arrange the perfect date for Wendy on Just the 10 of Us. Sunday at 9, 8 Central, over 30 stars of stage, screen, and television team up when Time Warner presents the Earth Day Special. Now stay tuned for General Hospital, following an ABC News Brief.